Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. Today we're going to talk about, like 90% Skytouched Shaman and 10% Frenzy set. Now I watched a video, to give credit where credit is due, on Tyraku Raid Shadow Legends, and he had a really cool video exploring the Frenzy artifact set. Now if you go over to your kind of artifacts, right, and you go over to filter, you click on artifact type FAQ, you scroll way down, and somewhere along the bottom here, you'll actually see where it talks about all of the individual artifact types. And then you scroll down, you see Frenzy, and it says the wearer's turn meter will increase by 10% for every 5% HP lost from each hit of an enemy attack. Not so fast. Also works with your own self-damage abilities, even though it says the effects of this set won't occur from HP loss from poison debuffs, skills that do self-damage, or other skills that modified or balance champions' current or max HP. Again, that's just wrong, and I don't know if that's a bug or if it's the way it's meant to be. I would argue that even if it is a bug, it should not be fixed. I would personally argue that it should be this way because the artifact set otherwise kind of sucks. So why not make it, viable, at least in some situations? Yes, now I have a change of clothes and I put on some blue light canceling. I've been getting headaches after 12 hours in front of a computer screen every day. It's killing me. So what do you guys think? You like the look? I don't know if I do yet. Anyway, guys, the reason I changed is because I built Skytouched Shaman the wrong way. I uploaded a video for about, 2 minutes. So those of you who saw the mistake that I made and corrected it, thank you very much. I was not building her. I was actually misreading her blood-stained ritual. But anyway, guys, her A1 heals this 15% of the damage inflicted if this champion has less than 50% HP, boosts this champion's turn meter by 20% instead if this champion has 50% HP or higher. Immortal Skies removes all debuffs from all allies, then places a revive on death buff and a block debuffs buff on all allies for 2 turns on a 4-turn cooldown. Wow. Really, really insane ability. This is why you see her in Platinum Tier Arena. I'm going to show you an arena, not an arena build, but I'm going to show you why she's so good in the arena and talk about why you should be using an immunity set if you're using her, or very, very high resist if you're using her in the arena. Today's build is going to be for dungeons, for Doom Tower, for progression, anywhere outside the arena. So, Bloodstained Ritual, right? So, damages a champion by 10% of their max HP at the start of each turn, heals all allies except this champion equal to half of the lost HP, places a decreased speed buff on this champion, and also a 50% chance of placing a fear debuff on this champion for 1 turn. That fear can be blocked and the decreased speed by immunity gear set. That's why we talk about immunity being pivotal inside arena for this champion. HP in all battles by 25%. In terms of masteries, again, for the arena, most people go with Unshakable as their tier 6 mastery. You can pretty much copy the defensive tree here and the support tree otherwise. I chose to go for progression, again for Doom Tower, for support in a non-arena setting. I choose to go with Timely Intervention, increases champion's turn meter by 20% whenever an ally hero drops below 25%. So, makes a lot of sense, right? We're getting great synergy from the Frenzy set mixed with Timely Intervention. I personally think that Timely Intervention Mastery is a really solid mastery and probably undervalued on your healers, on your support champions, so they can do more of what they do best, more support when you need it the most, when their HP is dropping by 25%. Now, in terms of stat priorities on this champion, number 1A and 1B are speed and HP. Got that wrong in the first video. Speed and HP. So these heals are going to be predicated on the total HP. Half of the damage lost is going to be to heal every single turn she goes. So we're already going to be, she's doing 10% damage to herself. So that's going to proc 2 frenzies. So we're going to get a 20% turn meter every single turn, and she's just going to be an absolute beast. So we want her going as quickly as possible. She's pretty easy to build otherwise, guys. As much HP as you can get on her with as much speed as you can get on her compared to other champions in the game. We actually have a defense chest on her too. Let's go ahead and see if we have really quickly an HP chest on her. We actually do. So let's go ahead and make that swap right now. We do sacrifice some speed, but we get even more HP. So 82k now we're working with here. I have HP on the gauntlets, HP on the chest, speed on the boots, HP on the ring, crit damage on the gauntlets, and we have HP on the banner. So I have her overall crit rate at 57%. You know, you could go crit rate on the gauntlets as well because she does have that AoE on the A1. It's not a hard-hitting ability. She's a support champion. She has low base attack, and her A1 is kind of predicated on her base attack. So keep that in mind, guys. But at the end of the day, I like getting a little bit of damage out of her. So I do run or I run HP, but I don't think it's the worst thing in the world, especially if you have all the heals you kind of need to go ahead and put her in a crit rate, excuse me, on those gauntlets. So that's how I have her built out, guys. Let's go ahead and show you what she can do. Just insane stuff here, guys. You've never seen this much healing in the game. It's going to be crazy. So here's the team we have around here. We have Dilgal for kind of a DPS champion. Decreased accuracy, nice to have as well. We have Kale for DPS. We have War Maiden for debuffer. We have Syl the Drakes, which is really handy to kind of pair with Skytouched Shaman because Syl has that natural heal that's going to help keep her healed as well. Let me pause right here. Okay, she already went, my bad. I want to show you guys how you can tell that it's working here. So here's her boost turn meter. You guys see that boost turn meter right there? So those are those 2 frenzy procs. Every single time she goes, she's going to be going so often. Every single time she goes, check it out. Check out these heals. I'm going to go ahead and, oh, she just went. I missed it. I'm going to go in single time speed though, so you guys can see again here. Every single turn, boom. We're talking huge heals to everybody on the team. Our health's going to be nice and topped off throughout the duration of this battle unless somebody gets 1 or 2 shotted. And having a reviver on the same team, talking about a Syl the Drakes, talking about ideally a Reliquary Tender because she has that cleanse as well, which can remove the decreased speed, which can remove the fear from your Skytouched Shaman is going to be helpful. Also, Skytouched Shaman helps out as well with her A2, right? Her Revive on Death and her block debuffs in terms of overall sustainability for this team. Now, in between this run and there's her really strong A2 right there, full cleanse as well. In between this run and Doom Tower, what I want to do, guys, is show you an arena, why she's so good in Platinum Tier Arena, why top players in this game use her inside Platinum Tier Arena. So I'll show you that as well. Again, it will not be the ideal build. If you have that immunity up there, you have her really fast, she's going to go ahead and block whatever freeze Tormund's sending your way, whatever block cooldown skills Hegemon is sending your way, and you're going to be able to really thrive off of her as an arena, a very important part of your arena team. So here we go, guys. I'm curious, do you guys think she's going to be above or below 1 million total heals? I think my highest total heal on a team very similar to this one is probably a Vrask. And he probably put out around, I don't know, maybe 1.2, 1.3 million in total healage. I mean, look at this. Every single time she goes, turn meter fills. She's going so often. And even if she has that fear, look at those heals. That was insane. I mean, I saw 29k heal. Oh my word. Across the board, dude. This is going to be insanity. And this Frenzy has such synergy because, as I was saying, even if you get that proc on the fear debuff that she places on herself, and by the way, I think you could probably even run like a Doom Priest with her as well to cleanse that off. But even if you get those procs, no worries, because all she has to do is take a turn here to get those unbelievable heals off, right? Just needs to take a turn. This is a great healer for Doom Tower, too, if you're struggling inside Doom Tower or putting any champion in a Frenzy set. And there we go. That's not why it's nice to have a Reviver on the same team. She puts out 1.4 million. 1.4 million in healage. Incredible stuff there from Skytouched Shaman. She didn't put out a ton of damage, again, 82,000. So if you had that crit rate up a little bit higher, we could have probably gotten her up to around where Syl the Drakes is. I think, you know, on a team like this, we can't expect more than about 350, 375, unless you're just insane endgame with crit damage gauntlets on her. But that's really not the build that she's, you know, meant to have, right? So inside the arena, so I'll just show you on this kind of, against this kind of crappy, actually, no, let me show you against a, well, we might get lucky. It's a 50-50 shot here. Let's see. I want to go against a Hegemon. We don't see any here, so let's just go against a Tormund. And I'll show you, well, we might not be faster than that team. Yeah, whatever, let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. So the idea here on a team like this is she would be in immunity gear and built very, very fast. Now, she's not speed tuned appropriately for this team, so it's going to kind of screw up here, but I'll kind of show you how things would go if she was in the appropriate gear. So we boost the turn meter of the team. 2 of my allies gets frozen here, and then she would be going next if properly speed tuned, right? And she would have immunity gear on, so she would not get frozen, and she would cleanse the freeze off of my damage dealer, off of my debuffer, off of anybody else on the team. Now, obviously, none of that happened there because she doesn't have immunity gear, which is the point I'm trying to make. If you're looking to run Skytouched Shaman inside the arena, I would say that immunity gear, or again, very, very high resist, is almost a prerequisite. So again, here now it's kind of useless to have it, and we get the fear proc anyway, but immunity gear is the way to go, in my opinion, again, for the arena. And her, as I said earlier, her and Battle Sage and Madame Ceres, definitely the 3 most popular champions, epic champions, inside Platinum tier arena. So let's go ahead and jump into Doom Tower here once we finish off this tournament, and then we'll go ahead and kind of show how she can support a Doom Tower team. Actually, no cuts, no edits needed here. Let's just go ahead and take a trip over. And what I want to do at the end of the video too, guys, is I just want to show you, I won't show you the entire run, but I want to show you her. Let's just go against floor 86. This is exactly where I am right now on Doom Tower. I'm going to take out, let me just make a more free-to-play, well, there's no such thing as a free-to-play friendly team over here. But let's take out a few legendaries. Let's place Scylla the Drakes in there instead. Let's place her over there. And now what else do we need here on this team? We need a little bit more support. So let's try to pick a more accessible support option for this team. We need a decreased defense champion, actually. Let's go ahead and put Stag Knight in there, and we should be good to go. And this is the type of team that, you know, again, this is not even anywhere close to free-to-play friendly, but it's a little bit easier, you know, on floor 86 of hard than an all-legendary team. Sorry, I'm taking forever here to find my Stag Knight. By the way, guys, I posted, oh, dude, I just did this whole thing without any keys. I'm an idiot. All right, let's go to floor 64, because that's the one that you guys always tell me about that you guys are having issues with, right? Essentially, these Sir Nicks are very difficult with the unkillable, especially on the 3rd wave. I'm going to make the team be right back. All right, guys, and again, we're going to run her as lead, too, to get that extra HP bump, and we're going to see how she does supporting this team. Obviously, we only have really 1 damage dealer on this squad, and we have a cleanser, another cleanser on the team in Mausoleum Mage. That's going to be helpful, taking away those decreased speeds and taking away the fears from our Skytouch. So getting through the first wave is easy here, but the 2nd and the 3rd wave do pose problems in terms of those waves are challenging, waiting for the Karma Burn to go off cooldown. So it becomes kind of it becomes a battle of waiting for the cooldown of Karma Burn from your Seer to get off of cooldown, or just killing the enemies with the rest of your team. And you can see here doing a good job of doing that. I love this kind of pairing of not just Reliquary Tender, who I'm going to probably make a follow-up video on her paired with Skytouched Shaman, but Scylla the Drakes, man. Great to keep everybody kind of stunned and CC'd. In the meantime, Sir Nick does get the unkillable up there, but it's okay. I mean, we have time here. Look at the health of this team, most importantly. Despite all these really strong opponents here, you know, I could run this team, I want to say, on most every level of hard. And again, you know, whatever, dude. I have like, what, 2 void epics on this team. You know, I'm not saying it's anything super special, but again, we have another epic debuffer in Stag Knight. We have an epic support in Mausoleum Mage, and we have a daily login reward in Scylla the Drake. So it's a little bit more doable than some of the other teams you see, right? The Krisk and the Duchess in the Lydia and stuff like that. Anyway, the 3rd wave here, and we're looking really healthy. We're looking really nice. I love Stag Knight. We already had the Karma Burn go off. Everybody's put to sleep. At least a couple of them are put to sleep. And you can see here, all these heals just keeping everybody nice and topped off, except for Skytouched herself. Look at that, man. I mean, that was like 30k, 40k heals. Just insane stuff. So what I want to do, guys, is before we end this video, I'm going to swap her out of Frenzy. I'm going to put her in something else. run this same exact team with the same exact, comp, and we're going to compare the healage and see how much of a difference this Frenzy artifact set actually makes at the end of the day. So almost there. The time on this run's going to be 220, I want to say, 217. Total healage, oh my word, 1.6 mil. 1.6 mil, no deaths. Floor 64. Let's go ahead and swap the team out. Be right back. All right, guys, so we took the Frenzy set off, but we actually added a bunch of HP off of a triple roll HP weapon. So let's just go ahead and compare these numbers here. Same thing, Doom Tower. I'm not going to show you the entire battle again, but it's going to be the same exact team, just making that switch. I just want to kind of get a barometer here. How much healing would you do without the Frenzy set? Be right back. All right, guys, so we have about the same time here. 227, it looks like around... Okay, that unkillable is going to take us a second to wear off here. But a little bit longer, but RNG based, we can't read really much into that at all. It shouldn't really affect the time that much. We did have a little bit more of a challenge with the second wave, keeping everybody alive. Still, the Drake had to go ahead and, oh my word, 413,000. 413,000 without the Frenzy. Oh boy, what an insane difference. Unbelievable. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and end the video there. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe. And also a big shout out again to Ryaku. Go ahead and check out his channel as well. That will be linked in the show notes below. Thanks, and as always, take care, guys.